Hey there, welcome back to BLO'S Closet, or welcome to BLO'S Closet if this is the first time here on the channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with us how I created this beautiful pleated sleeve design. So I got this inspiration from a dress that Vicky James wore, and if you're interested in learning how I created this sleeve design, keep on watching and let us head straight into this tutorial. In order to create this design, you first of all be needing your long sleeve pattern. If you don't want to work with a pattern, you can decide to cut this onto your fabric directly using a freehand method. So right here I have two long sleeves right here, one for the left and one for the right, and I decided to use cord lace because my client wanted a cord lace. So the next thing I did was place this my sleeve on top of each other. So I have both sleeves here, and we are going to go ahead and determine where we are going to place our mark. Now at the hem of this my sleeve, I'm going to be coming in by 2.5 inches. Feel free to go in by more inches or even lesser inches, but make sure you have enough room to stitch down your sleeve. For example, if you added 1 inch for your stitching allowance, make sure that you go in by 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Just make sure you have enough room for your stitching allowance. And right here I decided to place this on my pattern paper so that the camera can focus more on the sleeves, since the background of my table is actually black. Now from the hem of this my sleeve, I came up by 7 inches, and I'm going to be using my ruler to connect these points. And after connecting these points, I'm going to be having something that's going to be looking kind of like a triangle. So I hope this is very clear. So feel free to go up by as many inches as you want. Just use your discretion when you're creating this. So next, this is me cutting this out, and after cutting it out, I'm going to open it up, and you can see this is what it looks like. We have like a triangle cut out from the middle of this our sleeve, and this is what the triangular piece that I cut out looks like. So you're going to keep this safe because we're going to be using this as we progress. Now I am going to be introducing the fabrics that I'll be using to create my pleats, and I have two pieces here, and if I open this up, I kind of have like a rectangle. And now for the length of this, just make sure you have enough fabric to create your pleat, and make sure that the length is more than 7 inches, okay, because remember we cut out 7 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the same machine, and I'm going to be hemming the ends of this my long rectangular piece of fabric. And after doing that, I'll take this to the ironing table and I'll start creating small pleats. Okay, now feel free to make your pleats as tiny or as big as you want it. If you want your pleats to be more tiny, go ahead and do that. You want your pleats to be bigger, go ahead and do that. And this is what it looks like after I was done creating my pleats. Can you see that? My pleat is about, I don't know if it's even up to half inches. That's the space between my pleats. I pleated it and I ironed it flat. As you can see, this is what it's looking like. And I am going to be bringing my rectangular piece, and I am going to place it like this, and all we need to do now is cut out. But before we cut this out, I am going to be marking 1/2 inch seam allowance all around. Okay, that's on the sides. I'm not going to be marking it at the hem, at the ends of this triangle, just along the sides. Okay, so after marking this out, I am going to grab my scissors and I'll cut this out. Okay, so guys, when I was making my pleats, I realized that the hem of my fabric is not straight. It doesn't really matter, but strive to make yours straight. Okay, so now after cutting, I'm going to place this piece onto the other fabric that I pleated, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. After cutting it out, guys, this is what we have. We have two pleated triangle pieces, and it's looking so beautiful. Can you see that, guys? It's so pretty. So now I'm going to put this aside, and I am going to be bringing back the sleeve, the main sleeve body. What we are going to do is try to fix this our pleated triangle piece into that triangular piece that we cut out earlier. In order to do this, we'll have to place it right sides facing each other, and we're going to sew this together. So I advise you to pin this down, take your time and stitch it down, especially if you're working with a cord lace, because it can be really difficult to work with a cord lace, especially when you're making this style. So after stitching it down, guys, this is what it looks like. This is the front and this is the back. Okay, go ahead and overlock the raw edges, and at this point you can decide to leave this like this, but I decided to just use this strip that I created to just make a top stitch all around. I think it's just for decorative purposes, and this is what it looks like after I made that top stitch. And the next thing I'm going to do is just fold this into two and sew it down by the allowance that you left. So I think I left about 1.5 inches seam allowance, so I'm going to sew this down and I'll attach it to my dress, and this is what it looks like after I was done. Can you see how beautiful it is looking? So I think I definitely tried recreating this sleeve pattern. So guys, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. If you found this video helpful in any way at all, go ahead and give this video a like so that more people can get to see it. Subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed. Turn on your post notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I post new videos. Drop your questions, your comments, your suggestions in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.